Are we ready? I know I am. So, whether or not you are, it's time for another episode of the IndieTales game dev live stream. Hey, my name is Adam. You are the Pixel Pals. I've already said the name of the show, so without further ado, it's time to go. Welcome everyone to the, what day is it? It's the Monday edition of the stream. For those of you who are in the Western Hemisphere, it might still be Sunday for you, in which case, if you celebrate Easter, happy Easter. I am feeling very tired. I've been eating a lot of food, spending a lot of time with family. I'm also kind of in a bit of holiday mode. Next week I'm going on holiday for a week, so I'll be off stream then. But for now, I'm going to try to make the most of this week in the hours that I've got. So big welcome to everybody who's here. And thank you for joining us on both Twitch and YouTube. Welcome, welcome. Also a big thanks to Scuffy808 for the most recent follow and Morning Mist 16 for the most recent subscription. Welcome, 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 welcome. All right. So today on Insignia, what are we going to work on? What's our priority? I think I'm going to jump straight into wrapping up where we were at on menus. I think we could get most of the menus in the next couple of hours. There's still some stuff that I want to do on accessories. So maybe I'll just put a bit of time into them now, particularly the status effects in the top left-hand corner of the screen. That's kind of what we're prioritizing right now. Then we're going to work on inventory, design menu, and quest menu after that. Then fast travel, hopefully, if we can get to that too. So let's review where we're at. I'm not going to spend most of today's going to be pretty much focus mode because I just want to be productive and get stuff done. So let's hit hot reload, get that going. So this is just Figma. It's a graphic design app, but I use it as a little to-do as well. That's just what I do with it. So what we're looking at here right now is up here, top left. When I'm equipping an item, that item's going to do something to, like in this case, that just cut my HP in half and it gave me vampirism. I can't see what that does yet because of this thing being just a dot for now, but we're going to make it a sprite that reflects the ability. To do that, we need our status effects to have their own icons, and our status effects are held here. So accessory effect lookup, it's each of these basically are the effects. And what we're going to need to do is status effect. This is a kind of mono behavior. It's going to need a public sprite effect. Public sprite? No, that's not how you spell that word. Sprite. HUD sprite. Let's do that. Did the field change? The field. Not sure what that means. The field? Now, the problem that I've got with this is that some of these effects may not be stored here. I have to think about how I want to do that. But for now, let's just leave this here. So HUD sprite for vampirism is it here? Nope. Okay. Accessory HUD test. Hmm. Let's open up Sprite and have a look. Oh, the grass tiles? Oh, those are different grass tiles for an older part of the game. Status effect icons. There you go. Yeah, not too keen on having these be all locked up here, but that's okay. So status effect icons, this is going to be called Vampirism. This is health up. This is regen. Okay. So this is for, yeah, anyway. And then what else have we got? We've got a few more here. We've got mug. So they're actually center aligned, which means I got to bring this in and down. Sort of like that. What else we got? Hey, Strophium, I am doing well. Thank you. Yo, YouTube. Anybody watching on YouTube? We got some viewers there. Quiet in chat though. Spike. Twitch is king. Twitch is pretty good. But I like YouTube as well. I love the loyalty. Hey, Mario. Hope you have a good night's sleep then. Thanks for coming. Thanks for joining us. I'd like to do that. I'd like to do high performance pixel art if I can. Like spawning tons and tons and tons of stuff. Okay. So let's drop these as we go. Now we just need to start using this thing. So back over on the HUD, we've got the status effect HUD manager. So when we it is on Steam, yeah. You can get a free version called LibreSprite, or you can compile it yourself as well. But you can pay for it and get updates through Steam. So we want to get when we add the effect, we get sprite equals e.effect HUD sprite. Oh. What? I literally have a thing called effect HUD sprite right there. What's wrong with me? What the heck is wrong with me? I literally sat there and looked at it for like how long? How many wishlist editions do I have for Insignia now? We're past 3,000. It's kind of slowed down a little bit because I'm not really promoting it outside of the stream. So I feel like there's about, 3,000 to 6,000 organic viewers of the stream. Maybe like, a half of that or 3/4 of that would probably be, pressing the button because I asked you to. And then I think I'm going to have to start promoting it more on my YouTube as well. New videos that are coming out, that kind of thing, to get a bit further. Hey, Ernesto. Cool. Well, that works. Let's get the rest of them. It is a great start. That's a good point. Well, I don't know what you think about this. I've got a couple of factors, I guess, that I'm paying attention to and trying to stay on top of. One of them would be like, I think it's important to stay on top of, it's important to have growth for these things. I think that's just like a given. And if you are focusing on growth, the only way to do that for this kind of game, I think, is lots of marketing. I don't really know what else I would do other than promote it to get people interested in it. And I think it's kind of like, you kind of have to just be pushing all the time. Like, it's not really something where I can sort of sit back and just do nothing. Like, because I'm sort of in a position where it's like, let me lay it out for everybody. Don't know what happened then. So it's kind of like this. This is downstream from this. Well, this is they're sort of almost separate things. But you have to sort of finish this to do this and this. Both of these can be used for that. This needs to be there for that. This also is good for that and that. So there's kind of no reason to not be pushing for more wish lists, because wish lists help with both next steps. Both next possible steps are helped by getting more wish lists, and both this and this then leads to this. No matter what I do, working hard on the game and promoting the game is important for both. Yeah. This and this, which both help this. And there's no reason to do, like, these can be done at the same time. These can be done at the same time. There's no there's no mutually exclusive benefits. So promoting the game, you know, there's no reason not to finish the demo if I'm promoting it, and there's no reason not to promote it if I'm finishing the demo. You can do one or the other of these. You don't have to do a Kickstarter, and you don't have to have a publisher, but you have to do one of them. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. It's like, well, might as well get wish lists as much as I can. Might as well promote the game as much as I can. I have to finish the demo to finish the game. This is just where I'm at right now. So, what other accessories do we have? That's a lot of roadmap. It's not a lot. This is not a lot of roadmap. A lot of roadmap looks like something else. I've got a graph somewhere I can show you. But you got to do it. You got to do it. Otherwise, like, the other thing would be for this, the alternate pathway here would be additional revenue stream. Which is a third option. And this would happen, you know, I mean, there are lots of nebulous things we could do, like merch, more YouTube, like pixel art course, you know. Scene graph. They all require time, though, to do. So this is all, I mean, all theoretically possible. Yeah, story trailer is something that I'm sort of, I mean, I have like an early announcement trailer that's coming soon. That'll help obviously with this. Focus mode. And of course, if you haven't already, please do go ahead and wishlist Insignia. I'm trying to make this look... Actually, I think I know what it needs to be. Looks like a banana. It's supposed to be like a hit marker. That'll do. Well, what it is I saw you on Bilibili. I don't know. I mean, I'm not on Bilibili, but if someone has posted my work there, I suppose that's one thing. Hey, Paul, how's it going? So the effect is basically when you run into things, your dodge roll does damage when you've got that effect on. Not too bad. Yeah, it's mostly to like, how do I do this? Wait, doesn't this need an accessory to match with it? No, the accessory goes here. So I go here and then I add. a new array element. I put reckless effect here, and then I put the reckless pauldron there. And then I go reckless effect. And I place the reckless there. I hide this, and we're good to go. Is it like Berserk? As far as I know, Berserk is like you can't help but do damage because your character's like just hitting everything all the time. This isn't really like that. This is more like it just gives your dodge roll a hitbox. That's right. Yeah. Oh, where's the pauldron? Good evening. Yeah, there it is. Cool. Okay. The effects look good. So far, so good. I was also going to do a little visual effect when they trigger. Like if you do something that makes the effect like proc, I was thinking it would be cool to have some visual little bling happen, but I'm not urgent about it. I think that's not like strictly necessary. Hey, Paul, thanks so much for the donation. $5. Thank you, thank you. I'm going to take a really quick break. I'll be right back. Oh, thank you so much, Paul. Thank you, thank you. Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to find some small visual effect I can do. I don't know what it is yet. It's hard because I don't like, they're not, it might even be just to brighten them a little bit. Each of the little things in the top left, rather than specifically like doing an animation. I'm not sure. Could be particles. Like when I do damage, bow, this needs to react. It could just flash from white back to its own color. That could be easy enough. Or eyes on a Discord message. Sure. I can approve that. I can approve that. It's just that it costs. It's I'm gonna have to budget out a little bit for it because they charge you like an extra arm and a leg for it, for the extra seat. But we should be able to make it work. One sec. Why don't I have any? Where's my notifications? There it is. All right, let's accept that for now. Tell me if that worked. Sorry about that. Oh, thanks, Paul. Yeah, I mean, I think it's the best way to do game dev is to be able to be in a position where you have an audience and can share what you're doing with them and have them sort of react and guide the process as well. It's also good for transparency. You know, if you're interested in the game, you can watch me make it. Yeah, it's a little bit crowded. The visual effect would have to be very small and subtle. Let's go back to status effect and see if we can have like a proc thing. Public. Yeah, a little shader would be good. So then I've got to go through all the status effect. And it should be actually proc should be like well, I think they should all have it. Yeah, this is hard. So Armin would need to take this out of here. Armin would need an event for when he defeats an enemy. Does life have a... They've got a die event. There's a hurt confirm. Hit confirm event. The problem is that enemies dying, it's not, I mean, I guess anytime an enemy dies, you would expect it to be the player who benefits, so or the player who caused it. So it's actually just anytime the enemy drops a coin. Do I have a demo of the game? This demo I'm working on right now, there is an older demo that I'm not really promoting anymore. I need to move it off of where it is. And just because it's about 5 years old now. So this is... that's basically where that goes. And then this needs to be protected. No, it should be public. And then this would say proc.invoke this. Hey, Green Luigi. What should a feature for my game that I'm programming be? What should a feature... I don't even know what kind of game it is. How am I supposed to give you any advice on that? Give me a feature for my game. Yeah, the hard part is that dying is not the same as being hurt. Like, let's just say you get hit with poison and then you die 5 seconds later because of the poison. The cause of that death could be attributed to the thing that gave you poison, but you're not going to be able to necessarily do that unless you track it. And I don't have a lot of stuff, linking those kinds of metrics. It's a single player game, so anytime an enemy dies, it's close enough. You could just say the player killed them. So reckless. Even this effect will proc anytime you hit an enemy or destroy something, do any kind of hit confirm while doing dodge roll. That would be the closest thing. But like, do you know what? I think I'll make status effect. I don't think I'll make this like this. I think I'll make it virtual. And just say that. They're all going to be that anyway. So for reckless, it would be something like whew. There you go. Hey, Easier, welcome. So, we are going to have to try this. Okay. Did we get it? We got it. Nice. It worked. First try. Now I just need like some sort of visual effect. So we have mug. We have that's good. Oh, spike is another one. And then this is proc. Cool. So we need now just some sort of visual effect. One easy way to do that is, like we said, we have some sort of a shader that we just do something with. Easy way to do that is we could just spawn a particle over it. Let's do that really quickly. No, I think it should flash. And maybe do a little bounce as well or something. Hey, Lord Nibbler. Yeah. I'm thinking about screenshots. What if you make it white during a screenshot when it's procking, it'll just look like nothing. But not much else you can do, I guess. Unless you have something, again, like additive. I tell you to make it throb. Hey, Universal. 82 months. Oh my God. The OG. How you doing, brother? I'm feeling a little bit sun-kissed today. I'm a bit red. So we want... Yeah, definitely would work. I might do it. Okay. Sprite. Canvas size. Let's go like 27 by 27. It's not a very nice number, but it's kind of what we need right now. Not the number that we deserve, but the number that we need right now. It doesn't feel dead center. How did I get it? What? But 27 is... There should be a pixel in the center if it's 27. That's an odd number. Ah, there we go. Cool. It just looks weird because of the grid being like that. Okay. Cool. Tips for using Sprite. I got a whole video full of tips. Check it out on my YouTube channel. It's called an Sprite Crash Course. I think that'll work. Especially if I go really quickly. Yeah, that's fine. All right, well. All right. So in the HUD container, we have the sword HUD, ensign HUD. Nope, status effects. That's what we want. All right, booyah. Yellow, huh? Let's have a look. See you, Green Luigi. Pink. It was pink. Hey, Itairon. Welcome. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching. It's always pink. It's an image and an accessory called effects. How does that work? Oh, we have to get effect. from this. So IA, so like accessory, and then that. Wait a second, we can just do A and then remove that. So really? There's no easy way to do this. What does accessory effect lookup take? You give it an accessory. My gosh. Okay, cool. So now we need public retro sheet. Flash. And then we're going to say animation effect pool dot instantiate. Is it play? What is the thing here? Spawn effect. Do I have a singleton for this? Current. At the position of the image. So ia.item1.transform.position. Well, another way would be to say no offset, and then the parent is that. And this gives us a transform. The thing is, I don't know when this spawns this, what is its sorting order? It has a name and an order there. So then we want true, false, false. This is going to need a bit of breaking out, I think. Now, where actually is this placed? Do they have a canvas? They do. And the canvas's position is what? UI 10. Okay, so just 11 would be fine. Make some structs. Yeah, probably could have used a struct there. That's really old code. But you know what they say, if it works. If it's stupid, but it works. What is this? What the heck? What is this? Metadata file. Console DLL? What the heck? It's got an error because it's trying to give me a warning, and it can't do the warning because it's got an error. Oh, Brandon Williams wants a job. I see. I see. See you, John. How do I fix this? I guess I just close Unity and open it again. I do use structs though. I mean, I'm not far into the concept of a struct. Hey, Aaron, Asher. Yeah, I mean, I've been doing it for a while. I actually would prefer not to do it. Hey, the nut, I don't know why your message was deleted. I didn't delete it. No, C# structs can have methods. They're just classes that are data types instead of reference types. You just don't, like, they're almost identical to making a class instance, but you can't, you know, create some space in memory for it. What is this? Program files, Unity, hub, editor, Unity reference assemblies could not be opened. What the heck does that mean? Google, help. Do I do pixel art feedback? On Twitch, you can. On YouTube, there's nothing you can do to redeem one, but sometimes I do. Yeah. What is this? It's just an error that people have. Huh. How do you fix it? And nobody's fixed it. What do I do? What do I do? I'm sort of confused. I don't know how to fix this error. And I can't compile until I do. But the error has to do with something that's like not even in my Unity project. It's trying to give me a warning, but it can't give me the warning because it's throwing an error because of this COR20 header signature. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? Is it like a permissions thing? Like, is it something to do with Windows, not... COR20 header signature. What does that even mean? Pardon me. Dare we ask Copilot? My C drive? Gee, I hope not. Nope. There's a corrupted or incompatible DLL file being referenced in your project. In this case, the issue is related to the system console DLL, which is part of the Unity reference assemblies. Corrupted Unity installation. Incompatible .NET framework. Conflicting assemblies. File access issues. Reinstall Unity. Jesus. Yeah, it gave the path, but like the path is... like... system.console.dll. Do I just like copy and paste a different one? A different system.console.dll into the project? Not into the project, but here. Try making a fresh script again. Just like a new script in the asset folder. But it can't. That's the point. That's the problem. It won't compile it. Because it fails, because it has this error. Well, the warning is just like a generic warning that I get because it's like there are two things that have a similar name in a namespace. We have restarted the editor. That's annoying, isn't it? Do I try to get... I mean, we've got other editor installs. Would it be bad to just grab another one and copy and paste it in here? Yeah. Well, it didn't copy the file, no. All right. Yeah, I can give you the message. The thing is, it's not, no. It's not just a warning. It is an error. It's an actual error. What it's trying to do is give me a warning, and it's got an error. I don't know if you can see this. Let me show you. This is what's happening. Okay. It can't open this DLL. And it's trying to give this warning via the console. But the console is not, we're not able to, for whatever reason, system.console.dll can't be opened in order to give us this warning. So, and it's not got anything to do with the warning itself. It's that like any warning will show up here after this because it's trying to give me a warning and then it's not able to do so and throws an error. So really, like I just got to reinstall Unity? That sucks. That's really annoying. I wonder if there's like a check that we can do to like refresh the install or something like that. Otherwise, I literally just can't move forward. I can't do anything with the game. Let's make sure we're not pushing anything that's broken. And there's nothing that I did here. Like I didn't change anything. How do you repair? Restarting Windows? No. I mean, OneDrive might be open in the background, but OneDrive doesn't have anything to do with what Unity's doing, I don't think. We can close it and try to open it one more time. Maybe it needs to release permissions on the file by letting it, like it might still be doing something in the background for a bit and then we give it a bit and then we try to open it again. There's no way that the DLL itself is corrupted. Like I haven't been doing anything with it, right? Like it didn't crash, nothing broke. Well, I haven't closed the hub. We could try that too. Go to task manager and make sure there's nothing Unity related there. All right, here we go. We go again. Do I have it backed up? I mean, the project is backed up for sure. Cosmic Ray Bitflip. It could have happened. It could have happened. Yeah, but it's not even the library on the project. Like, it's not It's not that the Unity project, It's not that the Unity project has a corrupt file in it. It's the Unity install that seems to have caused a problem. Yeah, same problem. Okay, well, I guess, I mean, like, I can restart the computer, but I feel like, I mean, you'll lose the stream when I do that. Don't you at this point have some sort of Git set up? Yeah, okay. Brandon, I don't know if you noticed, I've literally got my Git client open. You can see me pushing. And I've been saying how many times, this is not a Unity project issue. You don't back up your actual IDE in Git, right? You back up the project files. This is like literally Unity, the engine has an error right now. Yeah. The thing is, because I've got a team, like when we upgrade Unity versions, which I could do, maybe now is the time to, no, I don't want to migrate to Unity 6. I think there's some stuff that will break when I do that. I thought everybody did that. Yeah, it's literally, it's literally the Unity install. 2022.3.42 feature pack 1. I mean, I can go to like a different Unity 2022 version. Through analysis, I've confirmed that the error you're encountering points to a corrupted file in your Unity install. This header is essential. Yeah, I'm not going to 6 yet. I wonder if I can get the install from my laptop. I mean, the file. Because I do have like another. Yeah. Why don't I just go to my laptop? I got the exact same Unity version. If I just copy the file over, will that work? It's the exact same Unity version. So hopefully that's something. Lava, chicken. I don't want to reinstall Unity from scratch. That feels absolutely insane. But worst case, we'll do it. Yeah, but Brandon, you can see that I'm in a Git client. Like you can see that I use Git. You can see it. It's not a problem with the project. Unity will generate... Yeah, but the libraries are not the issue, Diamond. It's okay. I got this. Let me figure this out. It's not a problem with the Unity project. It's not a problem with the repo. So changing the Unity project won't do anything. System.console.dll. It's 5 kilobytes. Let's move it over in OneDrive. And then bring it over from here. Yeah, but system.console.dll is not inside of the Unity library. That's what I'm trying to explain that. That's not part of the... Oh, wait, Unity will regenerate the DLL? Well, let's wait for that. Let's not assume that will happen. It's not part of the library. like usually we talk about libraries. We're talking about projects that Unity regenerates, project files that that Unity regenerates when it caches the project. But that's not what we're talking about. Why is the sync pending? Oof. I might even just push it in my Git repo. Hang on. Would literally be easier. One sec. I won't be long. Okay, I got the DLL. I'm going to paste it. Replace. Continue. All right, we replaced it. Let's see if that does anything. This will be fun. I literally backed up the DLL. I copied it from a version of Unity on my laptop that's the exact same. I literally copied and pasted the exact path. So I've got the exact same Unity version installed on my laptop. I literally copied the DLL and pasted it onto my PC's directory in the exact same destination. Same path, same file. It's opening. So we fixed it. That's the DLL literally got corrupted. Somehow that happened. Thank God we didn't have to reinstall Unity. Gosh, that would have been crazy. Whoever suggested that, thank you so much. All right. So we did that little flash animation we were testing out. Did we get there? That's crazy. I mean, I guess, like, I guess it's possible that we had a cosmic bit flip. I guess that's a thing. Does that ever really happen though? I know it's like technically possible, but like actually really? Or is it just sort of like a little bit of a meme? Yeah, this probably should be a struct. You're totally right. This was written in 2017. Please don't be mad at me. Yeah, right. It's like the hard drive. Like, wouldn't it be make way more sense that like the hard drive has some sort of like write error or something on it? Okay. So what is going on here? When I'm looking for essentially this little guy here. He's going to get, there's an image right there that's sitting on top of this. That image, when we roll, we expect to spawn a little thingo there. And this gives us the transform. So we should be able to log debug.log transform just to see if it's happening. All right. So we're getting nothing. Maybe respond to proc. Is this getting called? Wait, what are we comparing here? We're comparing an image. We're comparing an accessory. A status effect with an accessory. Okay. Let's bring hot reload back. Oh, do you know what? I wonder if hot reload had anything to do with it. Blah, 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 blah. What? Oh, I need to wear the equipment. Oh, it did. Nice. Okay, so at the very least, we got this deep. Checking effect IA dot item. What the heck? Man, my hands are terrible today. Okay. Okay, sick. So far, so good. And then I guess we're just not getting here. Hey, that looks good to me. Those look like the same thing to me. So then proc. But I guess that's not what's happening. Wow. So they're not equal. Probably because they're the same. They're not the same. Yeah, it was probably hot reload that did it. Dot get type is the easiest way to do it. Nice. Wait. Lots of null reference exceptions. What is this? That looks all good to me. Maybe it's just we need to recompile. What's this issue here? Oh, we didn't pass a sheet in. That's why. We didn't do the thing we were supposed to do. So here we need to pass in the flash effect. That's why we weren't seeing it. We literally weren't passing it in. I'm going to do myself a favor here and remove all the other drops that aren't the spiked thing. 1, 2, 3. Okay, the third one. So we don't have to keep watching that thing. Now, where is that spawning itself? Status effects. So we should be seeing here, right here, underneath here. Hey, there it is. Okay. Ah, it's in the correct spot. It's just not, it's not parented where it needs to be. I mean, it's not positioned on the parent in the right spot. And it needs to be 100x. The local scale's way off because we're in crazy land. Okay. We're in UI space. So this has a scale of 1. I think, can you set the lossy scale of a transform? I don't think you can. But you can set the local scale to 1 on the loss. Let's say like the scale that we have is like, oh, it's a bit of a flashbang. Sorry, pals. Let's say that the scale that you've got in the local scale is 1. And let's say the actual scale, the lossy scale is 0.01. If you do this on this, will give you the inverse, right? Like, or the other way around. One divided by this will give you the actual scale, right? Because this should be like 1,000 or whatever, 100. That is how maths works. Can we do that? I cannot stand how it does this. It just auto imports system.numerics for no reason. And then it won't like that because it doesn't like to divide. So it's new vector 3 and literally 1 on 1f dot x y z. Okay. Let's see if that works. Assign is not valid. Oh, infinity. Well, this can be 1 anyway. That's fine if it's not. Perfect. It happened. Look at that. Top left. Bing. Yay. So that needs to be way faster, like 20 FPS. And I think we need to update it a little bit. We can make this a little bit more dramatic. All right, let's see if that fixes it. Nice. That's pretty good. No errors. Wait, are we still getting errors? No. But there was something else about this that I didn't like. Ah, yeah, it was just one more frame here where I wanted to put the little bing, bong, bong. Cool. And then these can go. Beautiful. So let's get a few of these back in here and make them all go one after the other and see if we can get that going. So we got this. Oh, that's not supposed to happen. What? And then we got this, and then we got this, and then maybe like this guy. So then now we go bing. See, when I attack, I get health back, and then I got those two procced. I got money and I got health for rolling into him. So that was perfect. Yeah, that's what we wanted. They just individually get the little sparks when you proc the effects. So that's great. Perfect. Lossy is read only. How is that working? I'm actually not. I'm setting the local scale to 1 on the lossy scale. So we're affecting the lossy. We're basically using the lossy scale to invert back to the local scale. But we didn't set the lossy. Cool. Okay, let's move on to another task. I'll do more of this stuff off screen. So this is now done. This is really important. Showed critical health in UI. Oh, that's important too. That's sort of a different task, really. That kind of just needs to go back to our daily project management, I think. That's just a development thing, I guess. Show when your health is low. All right. Let's take a quick break. We got two more hours of the stream, I think, or at least an hour and a half. So I'm just going to check in on that last thing where we left it, just to make sure it's not in a bad spot. Finish. I still got to do that, of course. That can go. Make max HP come back. I sort of did this. It's sort of there. It's a bit of an awkward one. Like if you pause the game, equip an accessory that halves your max HP, then unequip the accessory without replaying, without going back into the game, without unpausing. I want to give you your health back because you didn't. It's kind of rude to like take your health away. If you set the max HP to 50 out of 100 and then take the thing off and it goes back and now you've got half your health, that feels a bit weird. But there's some other stuff I need to do to make it work. Be right back. Hello. Wait, one sec. One sec. We're back. Oh. Okay. The bug was what? The bug was literally a DLL issue, if we're talking about that bug. Okay, so let's zoom out. Realistically, I got some prioritizing to do, actually. It's really hard for me to mentally shift gears, but I actually need to do it. I need to confirm whether or not I need to record gameplay footage of the game for a trailer soon. The priority is to tackle whatever it is that's in the way of me recording that footage. That's priority one. So let's just do like a little... I did do like a full gameplay run through recently, but I'd like to do just another look over of all of the like tile sets and stuff. Like if we look at the dodge roll, it's mostly okay. I think Armin's face gets a bit bright on this frame, but it's not too bad. Combos, that's all looking good. The smears are looking good as well. That's pretty good. Maybe this could use a smear. Like the thrusts could use a smear too. That needs one, and these need changing. If I'm going to put that in the trailer, that needs to be updated. A trailer of Summon Minor funding. Thank you, Volpit. So that's really important. That's good. That's good. What? Oh, did we do a re-import issue? That's so weird that doesn't work. Wait, but I can click on it. Oh wait, no, there it is. It readjusted itself. Wow, we must have an import issue on the tiles. I don't know when that failed, but anyway, works now. That's all good. That's all good. Just little things like this need a bit of polish. There's just stuff that's just there that needs addressing. And then that's killing me. Well, he has the sword on his idol when he's attacking. But when enemies aren't around, he puts it away. I just, there are parts of the game where he doesn't have like any reason to have the weapon out. And in the run animation and stuff, like I wanted to keep it pretty normal. So basically, if I stand here, oh no, there's an enemy on screen. There has to be no enemies on screen for him to go out of the idol. There, he puts it away. Oh, like why doesn't he have the sword on his back? I just don't want him to be carrying it all the time. I just don't want it to be visually on the character. It's just a thing. I can't explain it. It's just what the game is. Man, all those tile maps are all wrong. How do they get unimported. Bluetooth sword. Yeah. It's just one of those things where like you make a design decision for the sake of, like, it's very easy in game design or in game critique to poke at something for the sake of like verisimilitude. It's like, oh, this would be more realistic if it was like this, you know. Realism isn't really what we're here for to play a game. Of course, there are constraints to do with game, you know, continuity and lore accurateness. You know, you want to be able to understand how the world works. So like asking the question, where is the sword? You know, is something that you could probably ask the question. And there are times when like Armin loses the sword in the story. But it's one of those things that like, for the sake of this being a video game, like I literally couldn't, it would be impractical for me to have different animation states for whether or not the sword is equipped. So for example, like having it on his back right now would be a different, I'd have to like check in your inventory to see if you're holding the sword to know whether that would be an appropriate thing to place on his back, because if he loses the sword later in the game or at the start of the game before he gets it, you know, then we've got to show it. And then there are different weapons as well. Yeah, like this guy needs to be animated right now. So the fact that he's not is really annoying. Like, it's not something where you want to be managing state that way. Does this? Oh, this was something else we were noticing before. So that's fine. But then there was an issue when we finally did this quest. He goes into this issue. Oh no, that's fine. But now his animator is paused. Oh, and he's back. Okay. That's okay. I'll deal with that. It's not a big deal. He has Riz. Yeah, I mean, inventory is another, like, we're worrying about the sword, right? What about like every other item he picks up? Where are they? You know, what in games we kind of like, we give certain things a pass, but like there's no logical reason why we're okay with the character holding all these different items without having a big backpack versus showing their sword or not showing the sword. It's just what we're used to doing. Like in Dark Souls or every single Elden Ring From Software game, where does the player character put all their weapons? Where do they put all their shields and things that are unequipped? The idea of them just like moving their hand to their hip and then objects disappearing from reality, you know? Yeah. It's just, we would prefer not to have to handle mentally the consequences of them carrying around all their stuff. Hey, Istprint. You can wishlist it on Steam right now if you're interested. Please show your enthusiasm by clicking that button. The game will be still a little while before it's out. Years still. But we're getting there, we're getting there. Okay, so we're working on little bits and pieces to update that. This would be great if it was just like literally like a pixel or two down even would be great. And then why is that off center? Looks right to me. So why is this off center to that? Is it off by exactly half a pixel twice? Is it an odd numbered sprite size? It actually is on both axes. That is just gross. Is this one? Gosh, Adam. That has to have been on purpose. On purpose. Fixed. It doesn't look amazing. And then it'd be nice to just look at little bits like this and see if we could fix that up. It's not fantastic, is it? It's unfortunate that I really don't know how easy it's ever going to be to make that look good. It's not a big thing, but it's kind of annoying that like, what, I'll never have a well tessellated game. It'd be cool if I had like, I mean, I have something close to a system that lets me manage that. So like this, if I go over here and like recreate it, it'll work. How do we do that? What are the outer? What is that? Oh, I see. It's this. Into this there, I think. Yeah. Into, I'm guessing it's this, but actually it doesn't look like that. It looks like maybe one of these. Yeah. Maybe that one. This. Yep. With a little one of this. Boop. Boop. That's what we're looking at. Yeah. So we can kind of soften that off a little bit. Well, that's pretty imperceptible now. But this line's not great. Okay, better. Ta-da. Not perfect still, because of the way that this is designed. Better to probably go here and just erode this away, so that we're not looking at the seams. You don't want things to cross over. It's hard because tile sets, you know, it's so easy to build out volume in the tile set, and then you get to a point where it's like, I've done lots of different tiles, but I haven't got like something that I can just, like, there are edge cases now that I have to solve. And once you're in that headspace where you've got edge cases to solve, it's much harder to commit the time and energy to get there, because you're like 80% of the way. You're so close. You've just got so much more to go. And the motivation to sharpen it off for the value, like what you get for it, is like, it's not very high. But when people poke at the screenshots and look at them, they'll notice it. So it's like, yeah. The way they do it in Blasphemous is very interesting to me, but also terrifying, because they go like, they have a completely opposite way of doing it, where they've got a really repetitive tile set with huge chunks, like the elements are massive. And then when they're done, they'll go back over the levels once they've designed them fully, and they'll add these like really big one-off art pieces inside of the tile set that break it up. So like a big stone statue or something like that. And the transition between that and the rest of the tile set will be seamless, because it was literally purpose built. I just know that they had such a big art team working on that game that I will never have the resources to do that. Like, it looks good and it's really cost efficient. If you have like, I don't know, like Argentinian pixel art labor or whatever it is. I can't remember what country they're from, but you know, if you can get someone to go back through all of the levels and, you know, add giant art pieces, it's pretty cool. I am thinking about doing something where I've got more like reusable things. Like, I've got assets around the game where it's like, okay, here's like a big statue. How can I integrate this into a tile set and then use it 3 or 4 times? That is a bit closer to what I would do. But the challenge there is that like players still need to wayfind, and if they see a statue or something, and that statue exists in exactly one place in the whole game, then mentally you can say, oh, I know where that is. That's where that big statue is. Oh, Spain. There you go. Still Spanish speaking. So you can say, oh, I've been there. That's where that giant statue is. And if you reuse assets, you immediately erode the ability for the player to do that. It becomes instantly harder for the player to recognize where they are, because nowhere is unique. You have this like nondescriptness to it where it's like, oh, these statues appear here, here, and here. Where am I relative to the one that I want to be at? Or like, am I, like there's just, it just feels different. You sort of, you don't even ask the question actually. It's kind of even more abstract than that. It's sort of like you just don't have confidence that you're in a unique place because you're seeing things you've already seen before. It feels much closer to like a theme park, where it's like, it feels artificial. It's really, really, really hard to manage. My brother was trying to hit these before. I think I made a mistake putting them there. I think they're the yellow is too bright. The green's okay, but I think the yellow is too obvious. Okay. Hey, Vanilla Bear, going live. Welcome. Yeah, so like here, like maybe if I had something that I drew here that made this look like a unique thing. The other one is like NPCs. Like this feels unique, this space, because it's like, okay, there's a bunch of trees and then, Hugh and the girls. Am I doing task adjustments? I am, but I'm sort of trying to work my way through the levels and just make sure that the tessellation's good because I'm doing trailer stuff soon. Yeah, like here is not my favorite. Yeah, especially this. What's going on here? That's quite a big jump. It's this little upside down lip thing. Yeah, you can see it even here. Look at that. You can chat here. Highlighter. That's not bad. This little orphan pixel is not very fun. You. Get out of here. Okay. An orphan pixel is like literally just a single pixel somewhere. Like that's an orphan. Because it's not connecting to anything. It's not like these aren't orphaned. They're just a cluster. But that on its own is an orphan. That's not too bad. But that you see it as like a dot. At least I think that's what it is. That's how I use that word. I hope other people use it that way. And what is this? This doesn't have to be here like that. I might just let it go. Unwanted pixel. How do you update the sprites straight to the project? Do you just export them into the game folder from ASprite? Yep, that's literally what I do. Straight from one to the other. These slopes aren't great either. They should tessellate correctly. So we check that by grabbing this and this and this, and then just taking like a random whatever and going over here and then just seeing how they link up. And you can see it's not great. So what we want is for this part to come up a lot higher. And the same with this. And then the other check to do is to check to see if it tessellates into itself. I'm not too happy with how this is looking right now. It's kind of messy. The shapes have to be much bigger and more confident, I think. But I find it hard to do when I'm looking this close at them. It's really easy to kind of just get lost in the visual. Bad. Yeah, it's really... I've sort of made this really hard for myself, this specific tile set, just because of how messy I was when I created it. Okay. So what I was doing there affects this tile and how it tessellates with the rest. You don't need to keep the instance. And nothing. That didn't help us at all. I think because I was looking at a different slope. I was looking at a steeper one, I think. It might be the shallow. These guys. Into this. Yeah, I mean, what the hell? But it's not too far off. This is the worst culprit. But that looks all right there. Is it this one specifically? Is it you that's bad? Maybe this needs to come up. But I feel like going to the center of the sprite is correct. So here, this is this square. That's the midway point. So they're just, this one's a bit overextended and this one's a bit under. We should probably be going like this and then like that. I'm pretty much exclusively self-taught. Like I didn't even look at tutorials when I was doing pixel art, when I was learning it. And that's not to say that you should be like me. Definitely watch my tutorials. But I mean, like I had been doing art for a long time and it was sort of, you know, I wasn't fresh to drawing. It was just adapting what I knew to pixel art. What I can say is that pixel art has taught me a lot of lessons though. That are really, really important to art in general. You know, pixel art, it's one of the only art forms that I think, you know, you find yourself in this space where you're trying to boil down an image to its most basic markers. Like, what is it that makes this thing look like it itself? And what can I take away or add or whatever to better communicate what this is, or like to ideally communicate? Like you're almost min-maxing image creation is what it really is, you know? And that process of like really boiling it down, I think has helped me with a lot of my art, because it shapes the way you think about how you represent things, you know, literally like what is the basic forms and features. What are the basic forms and features that make up the image of the thing that you're trying to render? Almost like in a, you know, there's caricature there, but there's also like, I guess like visual processing stuff. Like how does your brain interpret things using contrast and color and, you know. Hey, that looks way better. Wow, that was seamless right there. That's perfect. Okay, now we just got to do a couple more places. This was not great. So this is the green stuff into the slopey stuff. How did I get that wrong? Because it looked good to me before. I think maybe is it this? Yeah. Well, it looks good in terms of, yeah, I mean, it's just the fact that it doesn't really line up. Wait, this is the wrong thing. It's this there. That's what doesn't look very good. Okay. Cool. It's not a bad workflow, this. Pretty cruisy. It just takes a long time. Like you can spend, you know, weeks on this kind of thing. That probably should be a little lower. Yeah, for sure. Also, this is not great. And this is not great either. Can I brag for a sec? For those of you who like Minecraft or have children who like Minecraft, who have seen the Minecraft movie, for those of you who live on planet Earth right now, there is a scene in Minecraft about chicken, lava chicken, not the chicken jockey, but the lava chicken, and there's a song that goes with it. La 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 lava chicken. Do you know what I'm talking about? My brother designed that shack, the chicken shop, for the movie. Like the mechanism and the redstone and the pulley and the way it like fries the chicken. He worked on that movie and he designed that. We were at Easter today for my family, and we have nieces and nephews who are like, it's the literal story of like my dad works at Nintendo, but like it's my uncle worked on Minecraft, and he's had to like record videos for our nieces and nephews to like show their friends of him wearing like his Minecraft staff hoodie. Like the Minecraft like cast and crew hoodie that they gave out in the production, being like, hi, I worked on Minecraft, yeah, I designed that. Actual receipts. Yeah, his name's in the credits. He works in the VFX team. That's not the edge that I was looking at. What the heck? What is this? It can't be anything but the bottom right hand corner of this. It has to be. What the? Oh, it's down here. That's too deep. Right. He is known universally. He's known as Universal in the chat. He also designed like there's a scene where they're flying on those, what are they called? Elytra? Is that what they're called? What are they? You know, the wings? I don't actually know Minecraft that well. Modern Minecraft. Elytra? There's a scene where they're flying over this like canyon in those. He designed the entire canyon, like all of the whole thing. I watched it with him in the cinema and he's like, not really. I mean, you know, it's a thing in Minecraft that exists. They weren't in the game when I used to play it. Okay, well this is looking pretty, it's not looking bad. Little things like this could still get a bit of an update. I'm surprised we lost that. What is that? Is that part of the tiled? Boom. Where's golden rules? There it is. Okay. So are we missing the Wait, what? Ah, there it is. So that's there, and that's great. Why is that not showing up here? It looks like maybe this wall is overwriting what would normally be there. This one. Which makes me think, but how could that possibly, oh, because of these. Huh. Okay, we can solve that actually. You just have to grab all of this, cut it, and paste it down here. Then remove it from here. You don't need that, you don't need that, you don't need that, you don't need that. Then it'll get processed last. Hang on, we do need that. There. Then it'll get processed last, and that should make way more sense, hopefully. This can go down there, this can go there. All of this can go up, up, up. And then we need to go back to that level, which is the watchtower scene. Overlook. And then come over here, press Control M. There it is. Done. That was easy enough. Save it. Done. Cool. Now we always see the ropes. Looking pretty schmick. Did I see a beehive and does it spawn bees? It doesn't spawn them, but they fly around it. What the heck? So like there's a bee here, and if I pop, he comes and tries to sting at me. Oh, I also really want to work on the top-down tile set. I have created a top-down tile set before. I really want to work on the hedgehogs. I'm not happy with the AI right now. Let's do a commit really quick. Updates. Okay. Yeah, I'm really not happy with the hedgehog kind of like movement patterns. Sometimes they look good, like that looks fine. Yeah, that's pretty good, but then why don't they behave that way when I'm here? Like this guy looks busted. He looks confused. So what's he doing? Is it because he can't move towards me? There's something about this area that he's stuck in that he doesn't like. It says it's not safe to move. He's patrolling, and he can't patrol because he's not allowed to patrol. If we move Armin out of the way, does it change? No, he's trying to walk and he's like, I can't. He's like, I'm not allowed to do that. Which is strange because he's got plenty of space, as far as I can tell. Wow, that's the distance that he's not allowed to walk? I guess there's a red line there. That could be the range. Let's have a look at his walk. He's got a wall sensor. That's fine. He's got his behaviors. He's got patrol. He's got walk. Walk vector, frame rate, speed. His patrol might be the thing. Range, navigate, idle. Let's have a look. Or it could be part of his safety. Actually, it might be part of his self-awareness. So, wall check length. We can shrink it, but that's not really going to do what we want it to do. Let's go have a look. The walk had a negative Y. I'm not sure. Ground check X times half. His ground check X is 96 pixels. 50 pixels is only about this far. That's not a big deal. Like, it's literally half of this. How do you handle the perspective shifts between stacked regions? For example, moving south of a valley to a town with a blue sky spatially, it would lack coherence? Are you talking about parallax layers? Like as I'm walking behind us, you can see the mountain. You're talking about that moving more slowly? Or this little forested bit here? The fact that it's in the distance and it's moving slower? We call that the parallax effect. Or are you talking about top down? Like, give me an example of a game that's talking about what you're describing. What is wall check length? What do you get used for? Wall proximity. So charge, space, self-awareness. I'm thinking we're in like patrol, right? And we're getting cancelled because Well, walk is getting cancelled, which is a ground navigate. And I can't remember, was it not on ground or not safe to walk? Let's have a look. What is the reason that our little hedgehog is giving us that it can't do what it's trying to do? Hedgehog is not safe to move. Okay. Obstructed. Hey, Link to the Past, thanks for the follow. So if the wall check length is greater than 0 and our wall proximity is less than the wall check length. Okay. Well, in this case, he's got a wall check length of 1.1, which is all the way to this red line. So I think we should just make it much narrower, 0.5 maybe, for hedgehogs. That's really all it needs to be. And then that should just fix it. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, he's fine. He's fine to stop. He could go even further, if we're being honest. He could get closer to the wall. I don't like that. What's happening there? He was doing so well. Again, not safe to move. Yeah, but he's not pivoting, I guess. So let's make it a little shorter still. Like 3.5 would be fine, I guess. And then I think what we want to do is flip the direction that he's trying to face. If we go to like patrol, the problem is if we reach to the last destination, then we prepare destination. But if we didn't reach it because we got stuck somewhere, I think it's not going to reset the navigation. So maybe we should just, if state is idle, I think we should just prepare destination no matter what. That looks good. And stop, turn around. Down. Well, I'll bring that back just for a sec. And I'm just making sure that we are hot reloaded. So that should have updated. But why? So actually, what we don't have is a condition that checks to see, oh, if navigate, let's just say doing navigate. It's a bit better. A bit of an old thing here. Then we did reach the last destination, and then we set idle, and then we're doing idle. So when we prepare destination, is it that this is just sending us the same destination every time? And is that local or is it? No, it's a vector too. Okay. All right, well, let's try it. Okay. I think the squirrels are getting in the way here as well. So it's continually trying to go to a value that is, oh, on the right side relative to it. That's interesting. Puddings? No. Pudding. Very good. But unfortunately, that's a... do we ban for that one? Let's go timeout for now. You get one more chance. Yeah, oh, no, it is trying to go left. Oh, you're right. Destination, position. Destination's left. Yeah, and then it just flipped immediately. Okay. So I think there should be something like... It's partially... Actually, do you know what? I know exactly what I need to do here. So the hedgehogs here, I think they're set as what I call end to end when they patrol. Let's go check them out. Hedgehog, behaviors, patrol, end to end. Okay. So they're in this setup. And what they're trying to do is say, hey, like, which destination am I closest to? I'll go to the other one. The problem here is that the destination, I think it's because I've placed the hedgehog here. Yeah. That's its base position. So when it's standing any further to the right of here, it's going to want to go left because the patrol, see this white line? That's the leftmost position that it wants to go to, and that's the rightmost. So anytime that it's on the right of where it's standing right now, it's going to try to go somewhere in this space and then cancel. But it's still, because the wall distance is basically this far, it's still on the right side of this. So it's like, well, I want to go to my next destination and I want to be... If I'm on the right side, I want to go to the left side of this. So I can either put this here, like I can move the hedgehog to the middle of the gap and then it'll walk back and forth. Or we can, if this is unsafe to walk, we can pick the other side, basically. That's the only thing we haven't done. So as long as it's not obstructed, that'll work. Let's try that. Boom, 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 boom. Stops. Damn it. But it is obstructed. We know this. Did I say not? I didn't. I said is. Not obstructed. One more time. Good luck. Okay. He stops. No. Is learning Unity for the purpose of learning C# a dumb idea? I wouldn't say so. Oh, but this is character facing direction. It's more like obstructed is in a direction. So like vector to left direction equals leftmost position minus transformed up position, I guess, or character, or just position, I think. Pos, position. It's more like that. Subtle difference there. Well, I want to factor the direction indirectly. So that was really good that he didn't get hung up trying to face right when he was too close to the left. Nice, that looks good. Stop, turn around. Yay, we fixed him. Yay, that's great. That's perfect. Now that's interesting. He finished his charge state rather than restarting it. So when we go back to charge, Hedgehog Engage has a charge called dash. And when we enter, we need to... Oh, it is forcing true on that. Oh, that's really weird then. Why did that fail? Moving between valleys. It's Wes, it's really hard for me to visualize what you mean at the moment. Between valleys, you're talking about top-down depth, Is that right? Yeah, so that's right. And that's what I want to happen here. Why does this fail too? This should be considered a wall, I guess. It actually might not be considered a wall. It might just be considered ground. This edge. Hey, Elzak. Yeah, weekend wasn't too bad. So he flips 4 times. Okay. All right. Okay, so we need to resolve that somehow. That's 4 separate wall bounces, I think, happening at once. GPU RX 660. What is RX? You mean RTX? Wait, what is RX 660? What brand is that? Is it AMD? I don't know. Old. Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't really know AMD cards. So it actually is not bouncing? That's not what's happening here? Or is it just applying patches from hot reload? What is that? Charge, 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 boom, boom, boom. That's not right. I have my specs listed in my about section under the stream. Actually, you're not on that because you're on YouTube. I have a GTX 3050. That's my card. And I have a Ryzen 7800, I think. So maybe it's this about face, or like wall is hitting wall. But not those 4 different about faces. Something here is calling it like a bunch of times. No, that's not what's happening. What the heck? It's not calling about face a bunch of times? Okay. What is making it face a direction? It's definitely doing charge, yeah? And charge has a dash loop, overshoot, tired, get up. On hit wall. What's listening for that? Okay. Is this running a bunch of times? That played exactly once just then. And once then. So it's not... Whatever this is doing... We're inside of stun at this point. And stun, this is character stun. So it's not to do with any of the charging. It's to do with something that's happening inside of do of this. Face knockback, maybe? That doesn't seem right either. I don't think that's right. So it happened exactly once that time. Twice. So that's also fine. So not that. This would be in tumble, maybe? Oh, it could just be the velocity being flipped somehow. But then the velocity is only going to flip if we hit the wall. Okay. All right. Well, no. The velocity is always the right direction there. Unless it's about facing because it hit the wall. And then it faced the other way. So over here, I mean, we don't make it about face, right? It could just be that it's facing the right direction, it gets flipped the wrong direction, and then it gets flipped the correct direction by its velocity. And this facing knockback, I mean, maybe we go all the way in face direction and log that. Yeah, something's going on here. The second parameter of that log is changing. let's wrap this up so that it gets logged correctly. So it's 29, 27, 27, 29, 29, 28, 27. So like it went bing, 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 bing. So now let's go back to these 27s and look at the call stack and see where exactly, what was making it look the other way. So the 29 was to face knockback. Then it was just tumbling. But then how does this go from 27 to 29 between these two fixed do on tumble? How does that happen? This is all the facing direction. Yeah. But the tumble itself gives us inconsistent. It wants to go somewhere. This. What is body dot velocity? I guess the body dot velocity starts at like 0 or something when we're in hit stun, in the hit stop. And maybe for a second there in hit stop, the position that we're facing is like exactly our current position because our velocity is 0 during the hit stop. So maybe here we get something funky. I feel like it's already facing away from our velocity, i.e. facing 0, 0. That's a problem. Yeah. So we should only face our velocity. That's the answer, I think. Well, I suppose there's two questions. One is, why is our velocity 0? And the other question is, should we face anything if velocity is 0 on the x-axis? So we hit the wall, we're facing forward, then we're facing back, and that happens after this, obviously, so that's fine. So this makes us face the opposite direction. Well, the simple fix would be to just say, if, body.velocity.x math f.abs is greater than 0, then do that. But we'll see if it does anything. I'm not sure it'll make a significant difference to the behavior. I'm sort of actually interested in why his velocity goes back the other way. Like that. Why does he face the wall and bounce backwards up towards it? Like here, it's like, boom. Oh, that's perfect. In that instance, it's actually perfect. So it just goes boom. That's wonderful. Whereas here, it's like dun, 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 dun. We hit. Immediately we face the other way. We're facing like forwards, which doesn't make any sense. And then we bounce backwards, but back upwards towards the wall that we just bounced off. And then land on it. That needs to go away, whatever's doing that. So now we know there's a problem with our body to velocity. Which is being set here in setup and here as well. But I didn't see I didn't see bounce getting called actually. Hey, imaginary villain. So now the question is, there's another velocity. Okay, and this is the knockback. That's another question. And actually, I think if it's biased, if the direction's biased, then it could be that we're not factoring in the facing direction on the knockback. Yep, that's probably it. So this is probably every single left wall is making them face to the right because the knockback on the wall is probably artificial because the wall doesn't have a hitbox. So I need to flip the vector when we're facing left. Would be the obvious thing to do. But there's probably something even more important there, which is when we hit the wall, let's have a look. Yeah, look at this. Up and to the left. That's the way that we're facing. But it should be up plus facing direction. So if we're facing left, up minus facing direction, up plus negative. Yeah, up minus the facing direction. Let's try that. And then there's some state stuff going wrong there. It's doubling up on the knockback. Hey, first try. There we go. Prepare to die. It is a good method name, isn't it? So that's fine, but then see that? He kind of like plays the overshoot animation. But I think what's happening is, and this is a really, really, really yucky one here. We've got a state tree, yeah? It's actually an issue with all of Insignia's state machines. Okay, imagine this is our state tree. And this is our base state. Everything on this side is what happens when we're hurt. Everything on this side is what happens when we're not hurt. And in particular, maybe this side is the attack states. Charge is a few nodes deep. So charge is like charge. It has an overshoot. It has a wall bounce. But let's say this is the overshoot. So what we want to do is reset this if we hit the wall. Like we don't want to overshoot after wall bouncing, which is part of the hurt state. This is tumble here. This is like not it's like stun, tumble. So he already does the tumble and then knockdown. But because the last thing we were doing was charging, when we jump back over to this state, it goes, oh, we were finished. Well, we were charging before we got so rudely interrupted. Now let's finish what we were doing. And in this case, because we're, time has passed since we started charging, we've probably been charging for ages. So let's now overshoot and do that little the little like flop. But the problem is, this should be starting from scratch. Now, I've got a thing that overwrites this. When we enter this state, we always start from the beginning and then work our way through the different states. So startup, active, and then overshoot. But we're not setting this state. What we're setting is engage. And engage is already in charge. So engage just continues doing what it was doing. That means that when we go from hurt back to the base state over to engage, we need to reset this from scratch. We can't treat it like we were just picking up where we left off. So it's just another parameter in the function call. See this? We just got to set that to true. Charge should do that. Yeah. That's not a bad one. The thing is, states don't usually control their own state behavior. Like they don't control their playback status. But you are right. When we exit, we can just do this. That might be enough. There you go. Worked. Yeah. Fair cop. I hadn't considered that, and it totally worked, so cheers to you. In fact, actually both things that I did just would have worked, and I did both of them. So one of our solutions is the one that's actually working. Or both. They're both doing the same thing. Okay, cool. Well, the hedgehog's looking much better now, which is great to see. And then we got to bring all of our enemies back. And then I think I'm in. I think that's me for the stream. Everything's back where it's supposed to be. Ugh. Oh. Yep. Nice. Not sure what that is. Why doesn't it like that? Oh, the snake is disabled. Fix that. There he is. Ow. Cheese. Did you see that? The hedgehog mid-bounce just getting slammed back into the ground. I love having my enemies not be broken. That's really good for me. Can I cheat that? No. Uncheesable. Cool. All right. Well, that's good. That's worth committing. Fix updates. States relating to hedgehog affects all enemies. Like dash and patrol. Patron. Cool. It does support controllers. Yeah. Yeah, that's the primary input is controller. But I mostly test it with keyboard because I'm just typing. Okay, pals, I gotta go. Thank you so much for checking out the stream today. It was really fun. If you like my game, then definitely go ahead and wishlist Insignia. You can check it out here. I am. You can check that out there. Yeah, good progress today. Lots of work to do as always, but you know, it's good to get a little bit closer. So let's find someone to raid and get out of here. Probably not many people on because of, hey, it's your boy number one. Randy's on. We're working on chunking. Thanks, pals. It was a pleasure. Please go wishlist my game. Consider becoming a patron. If you've got any major feedback, join me on Discord and give it to me there. That's it. I'll see you tomorrow. As always, I've been Adam. You've been the Pixel Pals. This has been the IndieTales Game Dev live stream. Until next time.